Welcome to July's edition of 4 and 4. I'm Kathy Halgren, Director of South St. Paul Public Library, and this month's titles are a little lighter for the summer and are remarkable self-assured author debuts that take us to London, Santa Barbara, Chicago, and Maine. Let's start out with 10 Things I've Learned About Love by Sarah Butler. This is an advanced copy that I received from Thorndike Press for being a peer pick advisor for their fall titles, and the actual book is due on our shelves right around now. Restless, mercurial Alice is called home from Mongolia to London, where her father is dying. Little does she know that her biological father, Daniel, living on the streets of London, desperately wants to find her before he dies. The book moves between the two storylines, and each chapter begins with a list of 10 things. Here's an example. 10 things I'm frightened of. Turning out like my father. Not being able to explain it all to you. The sea. I can cope with it at the shoreline. I can take my shoes off and paddle. It's further out where it gets cold and black that it scares me. Being locked up. Not having the right words. Sleeping. Dying. Dogs. Never finding you. Finding you. That's, of course, one of Daniel's lists. Alice has always felt like the black sheep of the family, with her two sisters maintaining the status quo. Her mother died years earlier, and now with her father gone, she's about to learn more than she ever imagined about her mother, her real father, and her life to come. Beautifully written, it's a moving tribute to the powerful connection between fathers and daughters, and to the great smoke. If you haven't gotten enough heat this summer, pick up Karen Keskinen's mystery Blood Orange. I love mysteries, and this one felt refreshingly different as I was transported to Southern California. Jamie Zarlin is a highly unlikely private eye, but she's put out her shingle in Santa Barbara, and when lovely Lily Molina is found dead, her world's about to get a little more interesting. Lily was participating in the annual summer solstice parade, and Danny Armenta, a teen with some problems of his own, is pegged as the killer. Enter Gabby Gutierrez, Danny's aunt, who makes herself indispensable as Jamie's personal assistant while landing her a well-paying sideline job of finding a very pampered King Charles Spaniel named Minuet if she takes on Danny's case and finds out who really killed Lily. You might say Gabby's made persuasion an art form. A little romance with Sheriff Mike Dawson rounds things out in this sizzling California caper built on class and racial struggles, tempered with sangria and snappy, humorous dialogue. I'm looking forward to the next Jamie Zarlin case. An unlikely situation turns into a great summer read in Kelly Harm's The Good Luck Girls of Shipwreck Lane. Imagine you've entered a contest to win a house, and you hear your name called, Janine Brown of Cedar Falls, Iowa, as grand prize winner. Would you imagine there was another Janine Brown in the same town who thinks she's won the contest? Well, that's what happens as the two Janines converge on their beautiful new home in Maine, and they couldn't be more different. One, a little mousy, reserved, smart, and a fantastic baker. The other, a little loud, brash, suffering from a string of rotten boyfriends, and running from the last one. Add in Midge, the baker's feisty 80-something aunt, and you've got a party. How will these three ever get along in one house? Through lies, deceit, fantastic food, and a whole lot of love. This is the feel-good book of the season, and it's peppered with funny quotes like, "The most underused tool in the kitchen is the brain." Definitely true in my case. Our first book featured lists before each chapter, but Lori Nelson Spielman's The Life List is a bit different. Brett has grown up wanting for nothing, and when her mother dies, she expects to be provided for in her will. Imagine her surprise when her siblings receive their inheritances, but Brett receives a letter from her mother directing her to a list she wrote when she was just 14. The list contains 20 life goals the younger Brett wanted to achieve, and Brett's mother realized her daughter wasn't following her heart in life but taking the easy way out, compromising her values and wishes to be accepted by society, particularly men. When you first read the list, you think, how can she ever achieve these dreams? And the author knows you're thinking this and is quite smart to show Brett attempting a goal but not always succeeding. After each goal is tackled, Brett's mother's attorney reads a response from her mother, urging Brett to keep on going, to really live, or chiding her when she knew Brett made the wrong choice. This is chick lit with a twist, and I couldn't stop reading it as I had to find out who she was going to end up with and what she was going to make of herself. Kudos to Miss Spielman for keeping me guessing. That's all for this edition of 4 and 4. See you in September with 4 more titles in 4 minutes.